see. Get some tissue. The thing I want to talk to you about is we all have a time we're going to leave. Will that be accurate? And you spend your whole life hiding. I don't want nobody to know about me. I'm speaking to be with this person. I'm going to speak with this person. But I don't want nobody to know. But the thing is, like, when it's over, it's over. So now you want nobody to know, but guess what? The person you were hiding from was watching up above. And the sad part about it is there are definitely a lot of cowards in the world. We know that a man is supposed to protect and provide, but it seems like the role has been shifted. And I find it really strange because if you're a two-spirit woman or a person that's in the as gay lifestyle, y'all don't give a fuck. Like I'm gonna live my life while these elves are hiding and stuff like that, and the whole thing is trivial and stuff like that. Hey, let me get my little earphone thing. So the thing is, let me see. Hey, Blue, what's up, baby? So the thing is, they're on a down low. We know the virus of the down low is real. Men are so afraid. But you know what's funny? Women love to call men out, but actually, end of the day, story time. I'm gonna share a story with you. Now, please believe I don't discriminate against anybody. You know, I accept who you are because I don't follow by the rules. I follow by the rules of God. I don't follow by the government or the things like that. And then I get upset when two-spirit women say, I'm a transgender woman. I would say it feels more acceptable to me if you say I'm a two-spirit woman, because that's how I feel. Now, you didn't sign your birth, you didn't sign what you want to be, you didn't sign who I want to act out in this world, but you feel as though you have to wake up, hopefully, hopefully I wish you wake up. But the thing is, you're not waking up what's happening. You're out in yourself and stuff like that. Well, I can't believe everybody keep talking about me and stuff like that. But you saying it first. I digress. And it's weird because I find it really strange like they made me like, oh, I'm not gay. I don't like gay. My goodness. Only get some damn bones in your back besides bending over to get popped in the butt. My thing is just stand your truth. My thing is, are you upset because God created you? Because you can't change it. You are who you are. Don't let nobody make you feel ashamed. Nobody make you feel ostracizes. You know, make you feel like bad because of who you are. You are who you are. You may not like it, but you are who you are. And it found it really weird. People like, oh, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I don't like becoming a child. My thing is this: when you start caring, is when they start fucking with your damn money. You say, not even then. Even then, you stand 10 toes down. You say, you know, God created me. I'm here. What? I got the big man that created me. Y'all can say what y'all want, but the big man created me. So realize you don't like it, but guess what? Take it up to God. Don't blame me, because that's your truth. Now, you may not like the way you created two-spirit women, two-spirit men, but I feel as though people try to shame people for being who they are. And it's unfortunate because you have to stand 10 toes down and fight for this shit. If it's you, it's you. Now, some girls got more sugar than others, but sugar is good. Sugar is good, especially with cake. But the thing is, like, you have to stand 10 toes down because I'll tell you this, people will teach you how to hate yourself. If people teach you how to hate yourself, they're like, oh, girl, they got one of them things and this, that, and that. But remind you, when I say this, I mean all respect. Now, I have been approached by women. So I don't want to give out too much information, but I've had women hit on me. And I think let me start this story the right way. So this trans man, two-spirit man, hits me up. He hit up a few times, but he looked like a man. Not a pretty man, but, you know, listen, we can't pick who we look like. But he transitioned to be a man. Now, he's not a very handsome, he's not a, oh God, do I say this right? And finish up. He's not a very handsome man, so it man hits me up. I'm not gonna be mean, but he hits me up, and I'm like, so I read his profile after talking through for hours. I said, well, you a trans man? He said, yeah. Now trust me, I'm all for two spirit women and two spirit men. But one thing I realized is that as a two spirit woman, I see more cootie cat than I need to see. Even though men see me stuff like that, but I expect that from them. But as far as the trans man, he was the first one to send me his P-book. And I use the term loosely. So I said, out of respect, please don't send me nothing new because that's not my thing. Don't send me stuff like that. That's not my thing. He sends it anyway. I said, oh God, sir, I asked you not to send me anything new. He sends it anyway. I said, oh, so you're a real man, so you send me anyway. Let me see. Hey Mugo. Hey Bam. Oh Lord, these names. And Anna, hey Anna. Hey Shower, what's up, mama? So he sends it to me anyway. And I always try to be mindful of my words and stuff because I do not want to offend anybody because I've been offended so much in my life. So I try to protect my words and also try to monitor my conversation with y'all because you have to realize one thing. They believe somebody's just struggling with their sexuality and stuff like that. So I don't want to be the person that make them feel, bad. But if a trans man contact you, he's a man, in my opinion. And if a trans woman contact you, she's a woman. That's just my opinion. I see her no different than anybody else. I respect her gender. I respect everything. If a biological woman hits me up, I respect her gender. She says she don't like to be called sis. Listen, my thing is this. My thing is, I believe you should be called sis because at the end of the day, there are a lot of two-spirit women that look real, real. I mean, really super duper beautiful. So if you don't say that terminology, that's your prerogative. But reality is, we look at a lot of girls that's cisgender women that look like two-spirit women. And so the thing is, the trans man hits me up. He want to take me out, dinner and stuff like that. He want to take care of me. And when you start to, a man wants to take care of me. Let me start doing some digging. So I'm doing some digging and stuff. I'm like, okay. So I saw his picture and I was like, oh God. I'm not making fun of anybody, but so I didn't question his gender. I didn't question anything because he looked like a man to me. Not a very handsome man, but listen, we do what we have to do. So the weird thing about it is, as a two-spirit woman, they monitor that you can't be doing that. You can't be telling people what you are. I mean, stuff like that. You need to tell them before they jump into conversation with you with action. The two-spirit women are so much monetized and also judgment off of their behavior, but the two-spirit men are not. And when I say this, two-spirit men has had sex with females, didn't tell them, told their mother that they were pregnant, but the two-spirit man mother came out with a dildo saying, well, how he got you pregnant, but he has so, but it's not really judged as much as when it comes to spirit men. So he hit me up and stuff like that. We used to have a conversation like that. It was saying through me so many things that was positive, and I was enjoying the conversation. But somewhere along the line, my nosy bitch, so I went to look to see what he had on his profile. So I go to look, it says, I'm a trans man. Now, I didn't think of that. I think that's the way a lot of men feel as though when it comes to this two-spirit women, they didn't think of that. The conversation was great. Everything's going positive and great and stuff like that. But he said, and you just stop and look at the picture. You looking at it like, listen, I seen some trans men in New York City I'm trying. Oh God, I'm trying not to be mean. Oh, I think I'm gonna need a drink. I'll be back. So I just I don't want to. I do not want to be mean. I just want to say what I have to say. But I don't believe in tricking somebody. Now you may be passable as a trans man. You may be passable as a trans woman or a two-spirit woman. I think you need to be fair to people. You need to give people the options whether they want to be with you or not. If you're a gay man, I feel like you should give people the option. You know, as a gay man, you take them out to dinner, stuff like that, and then all of a sudden you slide your tongue down his throat, or you fall asleep after had too much to drink, and now you sticking your tongue in his booty. And the thing about it is, rape is rape. When you're wrong, you're wrong. So I'm gonna try to stay focused. So the trans man hit me up and stuff. He lives around my area, actually about half an hour away. So we had a little conversation, stuff like that, and I was like, he was like, you know what? You don't need to be out there like that. You need to be home. Let somebody take care of you. You're too beautiful to be like, I was like, yeah, I'm so beautiful now. But we know somebody's swooping you up, because the letdown is even more stuff. So he was like, I don't need you outside doing stuff like that. You out there in the cold. You need to have on shirts, stuff like that. You need to have medicine. I could come pick you up and take medicine. And remind you, he still haven't told me he was a trans man. So as a man, he decided he wanted to send me his P-Bug. Now, mothers live. Mothers live. I've seen some before, but I made a joke. I made a story about this years ago. This guy was saying, he was like, I was scared to hit you up because you said you was a size queen. I was like, how long you been watching my video? So he was like, but mothers live. He was young. I was, ooh, okay, stay focused, baby. One story at a time. So he had me up stuff like that, and I was like, as a man, I told him, do not send me nothing. That's the thing that pisses me off. I don't want to be introduced to your people. And my thing is, as a trans man, I just want your work. I just want to glide me into it slowly, pull me into it slowly, because you're definitely, and I can respect it, and I respect the fact you could take time with me. He didn't do that, so he probably sent me a thing and ding ding. I was like, at first I got a little offended because, like, a lot of times girls realize this: being fair is being fair. So he sent me pictures, ding ding, and I was like, first thing I'm not. Oh God, I'm trying to be mean. I'm trying not to be mean. Let me have a drink. I'm trying to be mean. So after I told him, do not send me anything new, he said it anyway. So, so now I'm looking at it. So now I'm looking at it, and I was like, didn't I tell you do not send me anything new? He was like, well, I just want you to see it. So now I'm monitoring my words. And I'm like, so at this point, I have to monitor everything I say so I don't say nothing disrespectful. Even though he disrespected me, I have to monitor my reaction. So I'm like, didn't I tell you don't send me anything nude? That's not my thing. I don't like that. He said, well, I wanted you to see it. Sir, I said, do not send me anything nude. I don't like that. Well, I wanted you to see it. Okay. I said, I know you have one. I mean, obviously, anyway. But he was like, we could really be together. I want to take care of you, stuff like that. And my thing is, And the thing is, I would have given him a chance if he would have just worked with me. If he would have just worked with me to levels like, I'm gonna work with you when it gets to that point to showing you, I'm gonna show it to you. But you have to work with me. Even when it comes to the spirit woman that want to date a biological man, is you have to work with him. Because in order for him to get there, you have to work with him for them to get there. So you just can't throw it out there in the front. You got on a baby doll and the singing on the front. It's called respect. So he sent me that thing. And as a woman, I don't know this. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Raven. When I meet a man, I take my hand, go down his pants. Where is it? Where is it? But there's nothing there. I was really bold then. And balls, musty balls, pissy balls, but it was there. Now, I've encountered this before, but I've never encountered someone who decided they didn't want to tell me at all. And then also, they wanted me to do they wanted me to do them. I was like, oh, well, the rules is changing today. It's bad enough you have the 6'5" or 6'7" or 6'8" feet tall to myself. Oh, get on my back. Now, I'm not going to lie. Once upon a time, I was like that person. I would just ride them out. And then it was my way of betrayal, also my way of being mean. I'll say that. And the thing is, I was in that position in my mind that if I do what he wants me to do, I'm going to be with him. Nope. That's not what happened. And the thing was, I did what a man wanted me to do, also became leaked over to the girls who were pecking men. That means if you want to have a man, you have to peck him. Like I think even, what's his name? Al Chopper or something. You talking about this girl ate his booty. My thing is this. Men like a lot of freaky shit. Let's be honest. So it's not every man, because some men don't play that. But Al Chopper's like, I'm not gay just because you ate my groceries and stuff like that. My thing is this, why do we know this? Why do we care? Somebody ate your booty hole. At the end of the day, it was fabulous. It was wonderful. Who cares? And the thing is how you get down, stuff like that. You need to take it in there and stuff like that. But this man decided he wanted to show me his thing. Now, mothers live. So when I'm looking at this P-bug, now remind, I've never seen a two-spirit man's P-bug. And I guess I never will. But mothers live. Mothers live. I mean, I love men. I mean, if you're trans men, I love you. But you have to gradually walk me through it. Now, I'm not saying I won't get there, but you have to slowly walk me through it. So when I reach down in your pants, there's water in here, I won't be surprised because you told me already. And same thing when a two-spirit woman, when a man reaches down in your pants, he won't be going, oh my God, I can't believe you already told him. Unfortunately, that's not most girl story. Most girl stories go, when you reach down your pants, his mouth is coming out. And it's weird, but it is what it is. And as I met him and stuff like that, and he had Personality, beautiful stuff. But the thing is that you deceive somebody. When you deceive somebody, the looks goes out the looks goes out the window. Because you took up time to deceive me. He says, well, I understand why it's a big deal. I was like, my name is not Martha Stewart. I'm not from the Tuckerware party. You always taking no Tuckerware in my, unless you're trying to check my blood pressure. We won't be doing that. Now, I'll say this. If you would have gave me time to get there, I may have gotten there. Because I know there are some fine ones out there. The only reason why I never really dipped into that life is because I can respect who you are, but I know as a two-spirit woman, when I go on the beds, there's going to be a piece of meat. Like they say, where's the beef? So I'm going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe this. So then he suggested that I will be fucking him. I said, really? Now remind you, I should have just blocked them. But that's my fault because I'm always giving people the benefit of the doubt and saying, well, maybe my person is a trans man. So I'm going to give him a chance and see what happens. And stuff. I'm not going to judge him. I'm going to see. But the thing is, you didn't work with me. You could have worked with me. He said, well, before I dump this on Raven, I'm going to let you get to know me and stuff like that. And then I'll, let you know. He didn't do that. He acted just like a man, but he also have to keep in mind he's a man. So a lot of men disrespect you. There is a P-bug in your inbox. And the thing is, if you send me a P-bug and I told you not to, I'm going to share it with my friends. And I shared with my friends. It was like, well, what the hell is that? Hey, Louis, what's up, baby? And hey, Yumi, what's up, baby? And the thing is, I don't know where I'm going to find my love partner, my person. And remind you, I'm not perfect. I fall down more than most, which y'all have witnessed on this channel. You're like, this bitch, you're always falling down. I fall down a lot. So I make sure I watch my words and respect everybody and their journey they're going through and stuff like that. Two-spirit men, two-spirit women. I watch a lot of things. I understand people won't be happy. But all I ask is just be fair. If I'm thinking I'm going to get this man that's going to blow my back out, and then here it is, I got a cootie cat, and now you're trying to make me go inside of you. Now, this is not the first time. See, I got to make my words correct. This is not the first time. This was a female, a lesbian, a stud. It's not the first time a stud went after me. It's not the first time. So what I realized, but this first trans man, but I realized with, I got to watch my words. I realized with certain people, they get angry. I get talked about bad all the time, so it's not a surprise. I've been put down a whole lot. I've been ridiculed and judged, stuff like that. Everything about me is a conversation piece by people that should be talking about nobody, but I get it. So I try to monitor my behavior. Now, I also got hit on by a stud. That means that is male presenting female, but not a trans man. So he's male presenting. See, I'm working with me, y'all, because trust me, I'm working on me to be here. I'm not trying to say anything insensitive or wrong to people, so I'm going to make sure I monitor my words. So she was a stud. Now, she may be on this channel. She was on this channel for years. So she decided to hit me in my inbox. And, I'll talk to anybody. So she hit me up in the inbox and stuff. And she was like, I got feelings for you. Now, most people that's in the limelight or in front of the camera, we do get people that say they have feelings for you. I've been told I love you. The Lord sent you to me. We get it. So I've seen some guys online. I'm like, damn, we fine as hell. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to overstep. Because if what you into is not someone like me, I'm not going to try to say, well, maybe, no. I'm not coming begging like a dog. Like, please give me a chance. No. Because at the end of the day, you have to give people respect. So this stud man that used to follow me on his channel, he may be off of this, he may be blocked. So he was like, well, since you want to be with me, you beat it your wife. I was, oh, God. So I beat my wife. She was like, well, I mean, he, oh God, this, the lesbian, just was like, you used to beat your wife. I said, well, when did that happen? All because I wouldn't have sex with her. She was a lesbian. So I didn't have sex with her. So now I beat my wife. And the funny thing is, I think people don't realize I'm still in connection with my people. And they get upset, well, why the hell you listen to these motherfuckers? They call my kind of names, stuff like that. Why you listen to these motherfuckers? And the thing is, I'm like, well, so I heard I used to beat you. So she's like, why the fuck you listen to shit like that? You so stupid. Why you listen to these motherfuckers? And the thing is, I was like, well, why did she feel like I beat you? She's like, I don't want this shit. Now, remind you, Raven has been with women. I was married for 4 years to a female. And when I tell you this bitch was beautiful, she was beautiful. But I couldn't live the life. I stayed with her because my mother wanted me to be with a woman. Now, do we have sex? Absolutely. I broke it down. But the thing is, I'm what they call, when I got to this side of the fence, I'm what they call, what's that word they use for people like me, which is years ago. What's that word they use with community dick? Community. And the thing was, I didn't care. Now I'm a little different because I've been through a lot and stuff like that, and I'm changing. And just a little bit. But the thing is, her and I are still friends. Anytime something happens to me, they will come right away. So I don't share the stuff about them because it was a different type of past. It was very dark. So I don't really share that part. So I've been with women. I think women are beautiful. I was beautiful people in the world. And as I've become older, I don't want to be with women. Now the times have changed so much that the men want to be women. So now you lay in the bed with a man and he goes into the room, he comes out, he's Cleopatra Jones, he's now Cinderella. So you went home with G.I. Joe, now you got G.I. Jane. So you're like, oh God, this story never flips over. So you meet this man hardcore, I can't stand them things. And then they hear this day in your bed that you hope it's standing again. They in the bed, girl, go put that condom on you. Why you putting that condom on me? Oh my God, it's a lady. It's a ladybug. My thing is this. Mother has lived. And the thing is, when I tell you, I've been surprised so much that I'm not surprised anymore. So I thought about that when I was walking to the store. I was like, my whole energy towards men has changed completely. And maybe it's my fault. But I realized if a girl is actively top, she'll have a man. Because there is a shortage of men out here in the world that want to be tops. And when I say that two-spirit woman jumps in, but my thing is how do you get that body done and body done? You look at beautiful hormones down, and you got it on top of him. He's 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". He told my son, girl. And you like, oh God, it's a lady, a ladybug. And the thing is like, now I never go to the side of a trans man. Now I have seen trans men. I've seen trans men that we would never know it was trans men. When I tell, but the hormones are really funny, grimy sometimes. So when hormones, if a person is F to N, that means female to male. I've seen some men that was ugly. They look like, God damn it, I bite you. You like, oh, and you a two-spirit man. But when I tell you ugly, I was like, you need to leave the pills alone because they fucking you up. Like, you fine as hell as a woman, but you transition to a man and now you ugly as fuck. I mean, you a hood ugly. The kind of me. And this man, I know his real name, and he's like this tall. He's like boom, boom. So come to he's like boom. And he's like this tall. So he comes to me, he's like, hey, give me even though I have thought about being with a trans man, it's just that piece is missing. That ding ding. Like ding ding ding. I mean, I don't say I would never, because never say you never. So the thing is, I don't know. If he was a certain type of way, but then it's like, I'm an overthinker, which is crazy. I'm an overthinker. So if we're in the bed together, now everything gets quiet, I was like, oh, you about to pull up the toy. And at that point, you're like, ah. So you got to pick the biggest toy up in the world. So the thing is, I don't know. But I asked him to make sure, actually he was tall. He was like 5'9". So he was pretty tall for most women, most men. He was tall. Was he fun? Absolutely not. I showed him to my friends. It's like, God damn. They said, God damn, she ugly. I said, listen, we don't choose how we come out. We just try to make it work the best way we can. But the thing is, like, how did you lie? The thing is, the reason why I didn't question it, because she was ugly. Oh, God, I was showing you this video. I'm drinking wine and Pepsi. Let me buy little things so I can read some of this stuff. I'm blonde as a bitch. Hey, Yumi. Hey, Louis. Let me see. He didn't treat you right. You see, you're right. But as a man, you try to think the way they think because you get so many. Hey, Miss You. What's up, boo? Hey, Yumi. I think Ed Shaw is up here too. I think I seen her. Louis. Hey, Anthony. Oh, somebody put my baby. I know it's my baby sister. And the thing is, that gets me is, I mean, the thing is, like, I'm about to shit because if I don't stay focused, I'm gonna flip up on you because my brain because my head is big as hell. I'm not a basketball wife, but I got the damn basketball. So anyway, so my aunt died. She was a gospel woman, not a gospel woman, but she was a church woman, stuff like that. Do you ever think like she was very much spiritual and stuff, and she died? Now we all know we're gonna leave this world. But I know she didn't agree with my lifestyle because mothers live. And I was thinking about the time when I was young, when the dinosaurs was on the road. And we was little. That's how little I was little. So I had a little cousin who's definitely gay. That was my baby. I loved him so much. And the thing is that I'm a late bloomer or a person that really know a lot of things. Obviously, I'm dumb as fuck. So my cousin came to stay with me. And this before I knew a lot now. When I tell you dumb, I was Chrissy McNichol, Three's Company, dumb as fuck. So I'm like, why is all these men calling you? My phone ring 24/7. It wasn't a call for me though. And I was like, so I told my cousin, I said, why all these men calling you? I was like, he started laughing. The laugh what scares me is because people don't want to tell you what they're doing. So the thing is, like, this man had, my cousin has so many men, tons of them. But he always was a pretty baby. So by me being surprised to have a man, I wasn't, but I didn't know. I knew he was gay, but I didn't know. Let me tell you about this. This before I knew he was gay. So there was a girl on TV, and biological woman. She's very beautiful. She's on TV and stuff like that. And my cousin was down there within the country where I come from, and I told my cousin, I was like, "Oh, she's beautiful. She's on TV and everything. You should talk to her." He said he never told me he was gay. He didn't say nothing. Excuse me. So he could just told me, like, listen. He just said, he just smiled and turned away. So I'm like, this girl is beautiful. I mean, you cute as hell. Y'all make a cute couple. He said, he could have just said, listen, there's Kool-Aid and the rest of the sugar is in my tank. He didn't say nothing. And then I've had more family members that were gay. And I better be careful because one of them on that goddamn channel. So he never told me. I found he was gay. Something that was in New York City when we met. What's that girl was on America's Idol? Eva. So, because he knows all the stars, he worked with the stars, stuff like that. He was a hairstylist, stuff like that. So Eva was walking in the village with another female that was huddled up. And I'm like, I didn't say nothing because I really know her. He said, hi, Eva. She said, hi. I said, okay. So he knows celebrities. Not surprised. But let me stay focused because if I change the story, that means I'm gonna stay focused. Okay, so he found out, as a baby, girl, baby was gay. His brother hated him. His brother used to fuck. When I tell you he hated him, his brother taught me how to fight. And the reason why I learned how to fight is because I was protecting my cousin. When I tell you this man, remind you, everybody's baby, we're not adults, we're kids. He used to take his brother, he had a big afro, take his brother and slam, slam on the cement ground. His brother was crying and stuff. His brother was crying and trying to get off him, pinch him by his head. Because when somebody grab your head, you can't get through. But he tried to kill him. So I jumped on him and started fighting him because I was like, no. So I'm fighting him and stuff. My cousin is crying, he's turned pitch red. And so I'm fighting his brother. I'm fighting him like everything. His brother was afraid of me. Now I had an uncle who hated my guts. My uncle hated me so much that when we would get something, he'd throw in my face. Just for no reason. So I went through a whole lot of abuse. And the thing is that my little cousin ran into the church to get my aunt because my uncle was trying to kill me. My uncle was very evil. He's a preacher now, imagine that. He's a preacher now, but he tried to kill me. And when I tell you he used to beat the shit out of me, I was the kind of person that didn't fight. I didn't fight because if I fight, I start crying. But that didn't stop people who found out you was a punk. You didn't fight back. So when a person finds out you don't fight back, there's open season on your ass. And remind you to always hit you in the face, to grab me up, boom, boom. So you get beat that up. You didn't know how to fight. You didn't know fighting was a part of your language. But after getting your ass whooped enough, like I say, like a dog, if you hit them long enough, they'll bite back. So my aunt died and stuff, and I felt really bad and stuff, and she transitioned over and stuff. But the thing is with me, I was thinking, she saved the whole life of the Lord. Did she go to heaven? My aunt was so beautiful. But she had hair down her back. But she's not the first iron hair done it back. But she was so beautiful. But she gave it up for the Lord. She gave it up for the Lord. So she had men because she was fine as hell. But she gave up her life for the Lord. And I hope she went to heaven. I hope it was worth it. Because even though after you leave this world, there's no guarantee you're going to heaven. So you may try to do the right thing or so-called the right thing because the Bible has been written so many different times and the book has been closed different times. There's so much lies in it and stuff like that. And I thought about that. So she went to heaven. Now, that brings up my mother. My mother told me you was the ugliest bitch. My mother said, you was the ugliest bitch I've ever seen in my life. I wish I never had you. If I didn't know you came out the way, I would have had an abortion. I said, okay. Well, you don't like. Well, obviously you're not happy with the Lord said. So look how you turned out. I wish I wish you had an abortion. Okay, that's fine. It's not like you prepared to bring me here anyway. You're broke as fuck. You're on welfare. You're struggling. So why the fuck you brought me here? And this world's evil as fuck. Let me remind you, so you take it as a grain of salt. Obviously, she's not happy with what she got. So even when she died, she disowned me and stuff like that. And I was like, all right. So I also had an aunt who talked about me like a dog. She slandered. Mind you, I didn't know this. I never knew she had such a bad taste in her mouth behind me. I didn't know. That's when you go to the thing that family sick together. I didn't know she hated me that much. I didn't know because it would be 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm arguing with her. Where the hell is my cousin? She's like, fuck you, motherfucker. I was like, you better get my cousins. What the fuck is your problem? I'm cursing. I'm disrespectful. I'm cursing at her. And my aunt is very gangster. She's like, fuck you, motherfucker. I'll fuck you up, bitch. I'm like, oh. I said, you need to try to do it. You need to get my cousin. My cousin was babies. Get them the fuck out. Go get them. She's like, fuck you, bitch. But mind you, my mother never knew the conversation. I never shared it with anybody. Her kids asked me, why was my mother in jail? I knew why, but I wouldn't tell them because it was their mother. So when she would call me up, she also used to meet me every Thursday to get some money. But me being gullible, I didn't know that's what was happening. And I helped her. I've helped a lot of people in my family, and I have been backstabbed so much. I have been betrayed so much that I feel like it's as a pearl. So I never told her kids while she was locked up. I never told them anything. They did ask me though, why was my mother locked up? I said, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you. You're the children. I'm not gonna tell you. And so I went to court with her. Nobody knew. So I went to court with her. So I'm in court. Naive, dumb as fuck. When I tell you I was dumb, my hair is blonde for a reason because I'm dumb as fuck. When it comes to people, I will close my mind on my, the secret is very safe for me. So when people try to find information out, I will not tell them anything, even though her kids came to me and I didn't tell them. Exactly, Lewis. And so I'm in court. Now, I've never been to court before. I guess that's why she called me every time. She's like, oh, I need a real dumb bitch to come get me out of jail. So I was like, well, why are you in jail? And y'all know what it is. The reason why I loved her so much, her hair was blonde. She was a blonde. That's the reason why she got me into the blonde hair. She was a blonde. Should I put 2 and 2 together? Now that she's passed on, I think I can now. Because I realized what happens when you have blonde hair. You become available. And the thing is, I didn't know that's what was going on. If you could read between the lines, you know. So I'm in court, sitting with her, and then I don't even want to share this, but just in case her kids hear this or something. But the charges started brewing back in 1965. She said all I was doing was walking down the street. I said, well, how long is this goddamn street? So you've been walking from 1965? But this is new to me. So the judge decided to tell all her information. I'm like, well, damn. I said, you need another job because obviously you ain't good at this one. But she's passed on too. She betrayed me, called out my name. You already know the names. She betrayed me, stuff like that. But I went to her funeral and stuff, and her cousin, her brother, not her brother, her son laughed at me and stuff like that and everything. And it was like, well, one person there. I was there. And my cousin, who decided to tell the story about me to the family so the family could love him, he died. And when I tell you my cousin looked like Tone Low, the Funky Cold Medina. He looked just like him. And people used to tell me all the time. And he told the family about me. He told the family what I was doing. He told everything. He betrayed me. But understand it, I didn't like it because I was losing my friend to betrayal. And I've been betrayed so much in life. It's crazy, but it's real. I'm making these videos it's just in case I die. Y'all be like, well, this is what happened to Raven, the dumb bitch. So when I share these stories, it's gonna be conversational, little links as far as when I die. Y'all got something to look at when people try to tell you accept people and stuff like that. You can look back on my death and stuff. You say, well, this bitch said this is what happened to Raven for happy family. It'll be good. It'll be good literature for up and coming people. So the thing is, I sat there, I heard all this information, stuff like that. When I tell you I have been betrayed so much, I've been betrayed so much. And the man that really loved me, it's not funny. The man that really loved me, that had my back 100%, he was, or is, or was, a famous person, nephew. Y'all know his name, but I'm not gonna try to get cloud, whatever it is. But when I found out about this person, he's a celebrity now, big celebrity and stuff, and he was very abusive. Now, as far as being abused by somebody or a man, what it is, but he was my best friend. And the sad part about it, how you call somebody your best friend, they used to beat on you. But the thing about him with me was, I used to fight back. Now, I would fight back. But the one thing about him was, he would never punch me in the face. He would just, my, he would take his nails and dig in my skin, just scratch me. Now, remind you, he's a masculine male, very hardcore male. But he would never punch me in the face. But I'll punch. If you've been abused a lot, you punch in the face. But he never punched me. But he was alpha male. But he would never punch me. He was. So this girl said, he's trying to take your face from him. I didn't know that was a thing. But he would never punch me in the face. He would scratch my face. And the thing was, that's when I tried to unalive myself years ago. But that's years ago. Hey, Esther, what's up, boo? I feel like Sanford happened. He said, yeah, Sanford's son. Okay. Hey, Louis. I said, no, I've been working at a job from him. The thing is, I think I make a lot of my videos from pain and suffering and stuff like that. And rejection is, I think that's why I've been rejected by society before everything, and that everything that feels with me now, it don't bother me. Now, being rejected by society, which is weird. The tables is turned and stuff like that. And Raven falls down more than most. Once upon a time, I would do videos. The face be beat to the gods. The lashes is done. The clothes is all spectacular. Now I look like hell froze over. The world has changed so much. There are so many different features in this world. And the thing is, my Aunt Mary, my Aunt Mary was so beautiful. When I tell you I was gullible, my Aunt Mary was so beautiful. My Aunt Mary was beautiful. I think I got my Aunt Mary in me, my Aunt Janice in me. I got my Aunt Barbara in me. But my Aunt Mary introduced me to a different world. My Aunt Mary was like me, but she was different. She introduced me to different things as far as life. I didn't know about life because I stayed in the house. I didn't know. So my Aunt Mary said, "Look over there." So I looked. She's like, I said, "What is she doing?" She says, she says she's giving me a blowjob. I was like, "Oh my God, it's nasty." She said, "Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it's not." I was like, "No." She said, "No, that's a good thing." So, and it's sad because they're all dead. Everybody's dead. And my little cousin Adrian, they say he used to look like me. When he would see me, I would make him I would make him smile. When I tell you smile, he would start laughing. He would be underneath me. But even my stepson, which I'll never hear about, that was my baby. I took care of him with the diapers and all stuff like that and stuff like that. He was very funny. He is still alive, so he's very funny and stuff. But I also have posted a picture of him, but I don't want to talk about him either. But he was very funny. So when he came to my mother's funeral, he said, "I told you I was going to be taller than you." Now I'm 6 feet. Oh, he's here. Remind you, this is the same baby as the hole in my arms that used to do a lot of different things. He was bad. He was bad. And the fact of the matter, he was bad. I would let him hang with little kids because I was afraid for the children. His name was Chucky. And the fact of the matter, I call him Chucky because he could fight. How do you come out of a womb fighting already? But he was that person. I didn't know he was gonna be that tall. He's the same person that I used to go take him on the train. He was like, "Oh, I need to sit down." I said, "You can't sit down, man. There's no seats." So he used to phone, but I have to sit down, and I would hold him because he didn't want to stand up. People on the on the train going to New York. They was like, "You want me to let him?" I said, "No, he has to learn how to stand up. He's not good with this." So what he did was, his new thing was, when he would fall out because you didn't let him sit on the train that had too many people, he would let flour come out of his mouth. He would play dead. I was like, "What is going on?" But that was my baby. Anyway, I want to talk about it. So the thing is that it's so many different things I've been through in life that's been teachable and horrible. And the funny thing is, that old saying goes, whatever don't kill you, make you stronger. Baby, we've been treated like shit. Yes, you mean he's way over 6 feet. And He's tall. When I saw him come through the door, I was like, damn. But the thing is, I don't want to talk about that too much. But the thing is, like, my mother died and stuff, and obviously she didn't love me. She hated my fucking guts. And when her friends hit me up and stuff, they said they didn't understand what was going on. I told them what she did. They told me they said take all your mother's stuff and throw it in the fucking garbage, set it on fire. The shit she's done to me. When y'all see Mommy Dearest, my mother always said to her friends, I would never hit my child in the face. My mother would grab my hair. She would just keep, and I was like, oh God, she's trying to beat me up. And the thing is, she would punch me in the face. And I was like, if I don't cry, I don't think she's going to stop beating me. She was in my face, she was a good hit and just punch me in the face. I was like, okay, let me fake cry because it's hurting me. First of all, I've been beat on before, so how was this person hurt me? And she was like, I would never hit my child in the face. Like, that's a lie. But I didn't say anything because, if it's your mother, you better shut up. Because at the end of the day, when they leave, when people leave, she's there with you. And at the end of the day, they're going to fuck you up. My name became Carol Ann. Carol Ann, why? She beat me the fuck up. Then my father beat me up. Oh, God. So, my brother died at 4 years old. And when I tell you, it hurt me so bad. Because at that point, I knew I was going to be alone forever. And I love him. I love my brother so much. He was 4 years old. I loved him. When I tell you loved him, I loved it. The feeling fact of the matter is that I'm not going to be alone made me so happy. So my mother made me go be with my father because I wasn't taking my brother's death well. So it was late, maybe 10 or 9, because at that time it was dark. So my father said, you're different. And when I tell you cry baby, you could say something to me, I just start crying. The tears from she said, you're different. So, your tears start rolling at your eyes because he said, you're really different. And you don't stand in the back, you like, okay, where's this going? My father was a felon. That means a person who dealt time with fight people, been in jail, he would beat the shit out of men. I watched him fight men on the street. He was a fighter. He did karate. He had the karate suit. My father loves to fight. I mean, he loved to fight. And then he stepped back. He was like, you're different. He said, you need to change yourself because you're different. If you don't change yourself, you better change your name. I was like, how do you do that? And of course, I'm young as hell. So I think I had to be around 11, 10 years old. He said, you're different. And if you want to be that way, you can't be my child. He said, matter of fact, get the fuck out my house. Now I know I'm at. I'm in Red Bank, New Jersey, and I'm hearing I'm different. And I want you to get the fuck out of my house. So as a kid, where am I supposed to go? I don't know the story, how the story went. So he says, get out the car. So I got his car. He said, get the fuck out of my house. Okay. I'll get out. So as I went to the door to go inside the house to get out, he walks past, he walks past you, you like, oh. So he walks past me, he's like, so, you little nuts made you go with. So he threw me out. So I was like, Okay, I'm gonna go. Now remind you, all I did know that a train station was way down the street, had no money, but he threw me out. So I started put the suitcase on my head. I started running. I started running. I started running with this big heavy suitcase. Thank God I got a big ass head. I held that suitcase on my head and I'm running. You know, it reminds me of Tina Turner with Ike and Tina. So I'm holding the suitcase on my head and running. So I heard the train coming. So I'm running. I'm holding the suitcase on my head. So I get to the train station and all of a sudden somebody says, lift me up and slam me in the car. So he says, you think you're grown. You threw me out. So he said, so you already knew that was coming. So he had my little brothers, stepbrothers in the car with him. And they used to call him my daddy. It's funny. So remind you, everybody's underage. My brothers, stepbrothers are underage. Everybody's underage. Nobody's even 15 yet. It was all like under 12 or 11. Everybody's young. But back in the country, they let people learn to drive their cars very young. So my father took me and slammed me on top of the car. Now remind you, I had at least weigh about 80 pounds. So he threw me out he threw me inside, so he opened the door, so he takes me, throws me inside the car with everybody else, because everybody said, oh, my daddy, my daddy. So I'm in the back seat and stuff, and they're like, my daddy, my daddy. So everybody's scared. It's not funny, but everybody's scared. So he throws me in the back of the car. Of course, I had to think because I'm too light, so I go straight into the side of the car. Boom. So he's like, how dare you run out? You kidding? How dare you think you're grown? So you just gonna run out because you think you're grown? You think you got it like that? I said, you threw me out. He said, what you say? What you say? I said, you threw me out. He stopped the car. He said, get in the front. Drive the car. Drive the car. And he told my little young stepbrothers to drive the car. So as he gets in the back seat, you know what was coming. So he jumps in the back seat and stuff, and my father is built. So it goes, psh, 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 psh. So he pins me down. He's a big man, like a 300 or 200 pounds. He pins me down with my shoulders, and then my face would go boom, 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 boom. All I saw was lights, lights, lights. And when he finished with me, my whole face was closed. And my stepper was like, okay, my daddy, my daddy. They called him my daddy. I don't know why, because I was the only blood to him. But according to his wife, he took care of the kids and stuff. I would say daddy. I said, okay. And the thing is, his kids could do things to me, but I couldn't respond back because that's not. They would do a lot of things to me, but I respond back because I have to take the abuse because I was like Cinderella in the goddamn house. And he beat me. He beat me so bad that my face was closed. It was closed, and he says, so my mother called up. She's like, well, what's going on? What's going on? And he was like, your mother wants you on the phone. So he said, you better not say what I did. I bet that ain't nothing. Remind you, I want to say so much, but I can't say. So he stood right next to me in front of my mother. She said, what's going on? He said, I'm like, nothing. She said, why'd you call me? I said, no reason. This is him. So she said, well, are you okay? Now, as a crybaby, I'm crying, but She's like, oh, he said, oh, it's no big deal. It was a understanding, but he's fine. So I'm like, so she's like, okay, don't let me have to come out there. And my mom just like, please don't hang up the phone. Get me out of here. And she hung up the phone. What could she do? So my father, never mind, my face is like this. So my face is closed, lips busted, black eyes busted. No, my father went to work on me. So he also had this dog that was a Great Dane. His dog was this big, and I was scared. I think I weigh about a good 60 pounds soaking wet. So I had to stand in the room with the dog. The Great Dane watched me. I was like, oh God, I was scared. But I didn't say nothing. I was like, it's so weird because a lot of things could have, they could have killed me. Nobody would have, he could have killed me and nobody would have never known. And my father was very violent. And he hasn't seen me today, obviously. But it's so weird. This shit. And the thing about it was the effect on them, on me, which I realized is that I felt like love was abuse. So when somebody would do things to me that was really fucked up, they'd be like, Raven Lee, it's not that bad. You'd be like, it's not that bad. So by me being abused a lot, beat on a lot, I've been beat on so much that I don't see it as abuse. And I would go to people that was abusive and I would always find love within them. But the thing that was like, well, damn, bitch, you've been abused that much, you like a dumb bitch. But I've been abused so much that I felt like that was love. That's why a lot of times women out here and stuff, when they get abused, stuff like that, they go back. Because that's what they used to. I didn't see it that bad. And the guys that abused me, beat on me and stuff, I didn't see it that bad. I have a blood cut on my face scratched all up, bleeding and stuff. But I didn't see it that bad. One friend of mine that I was seeing, he said, it's that bad. This is really bad. You're going to let these people kill you. I was like, oh, it's not that bad. But the thing about abuse is when you've been abused so much, you don't see it as bad. You did you have to look? No. Hey, Virginia. I left my family when I was younger. I realized it's gone. Exactly. You're right, Lewis. Very dysfunctional. But it was so much that was going on. And I don't even think about stuff like that because I didn't even know that existed as far as people being abused. I didn't know that. Even though I was abused, I didn't see it that way. Now, as I've listened, the world has changed completely. The world is very different from then to now. Because back then, remember, there was no internet, there was no Yahoo, then this stuff existed. So at the end of the day, I was just abused. It didn't happen because nobody saw it. But my father was so my father was so abusive. Abusive. And when I tell you this man is fine as fuck. This man is fine. When I tell you this man used to get women left and right, he was fine. He was fine. I mean, I like him, but he was fine. And the fact of the matter was that he didn't take no shit. He was fine. And I asked him, I said, how come you and my mother didn't stay together? He said, because only one boss could be in the house, and that's me. I thought it was, I didn't even know. And I guess my mother really been through a lot of shit. I guess I already know she has, but she definitely didn't like me. And the weird thing about it was, I love this woman so much. Oh my God, I loved her so much. I even messed up my eyes so I have glasses so I can look like her. And she hated me. She hated me so much. I had no idea. But she did tell me. She told me. That's a damn lie. She told me she hated me. She told me. She told me. The thing is, I didn't believe her. I said, oh, she just mad. No, she really do hate you. And then I heard my cousin say, well, you got to stop talking about me all the time. You put me down all the time. And I'm like, well, what did she be saying that's put me down? They would never tell me the truth. And I never thought I was abused until I saw Mommy Dearest. Carolyn, bring me that. And the funny thing was like, and the thing is, it's like, I realize a lot of girls and guys have been through it. We've been through hell with our parents. Judgmental, putting us down, stuff like that. We've been treated like shit. It's not just me, but a lot of people who are different has been treated like shit. Even though we get up and try to do positive things, help people along the way, we've been treated like shit. We've been treated unfairly, punished for no reason, treated really bad, pushed out the streets, stuff like that, try to survive the best way you can. And then the person sit back that throws you away and says, you turned out pretty good. And I try to figure it out, like, why has this happened to me? Why did it happen to me? I feel like everything has a reason. Do I like the reason? Absolutely not. At the end of the day, I said one thing that wants to be 10 toes down. But then again, I don't know if I said it. I said, I don't want to be caught with the color hair trying to blend it. I'm going to be me to the end. Now, obviously, y'all watch me fall down. I fall down a lot. Like, bitch, what you trying to be like Alicia Keys? You keep on falling. I fall down a lot. Unfortunately, I want to share with a different story with y'all, but y'all see it for yourself. Be like, well, bitch, you fuck up all the time, and I do. Even though I try to remain nice and humble and help people along the way, for being different, for being punished for being different, I let them know to stay strong. Sometimes you don't feel like being strong. Sometimes you just want to be left alone. A lot of times girls have tried to take their lives and stuff, unalive themselves and stuff like that. I've done it before. And my person I was with, he was obsessed with me. Now, the thing about it is, it's a bad thing. When I tell you this man loved me, but like I said, I've been abused. So to me, it's not that bad. He would do things to me. The fact of the matter is, I had nowhere to live, stuff like that. He would just use against my will and stuff, do a lot of things to me. And then I taught him a lot of things. I'm like, listen, you need to be careful with the guy you're hanging around because I hear he's sick. He was like, oh, fuck you, bitch. You talking about somebody sick? Who the fuck you about? Your fucking friends. You're a fucking whore. I said, listen, I'm just trying to tell you about the person they're saying about you. I don't want you to die. I want you to be okay. He said, fuck you, motherfucker. Well, okay. Obviously, you want to hear my story. Fuck your friends. Your shit ain't shit. No, okay. So I hit him up. We talked about it and stuff. He, you call me every name in the book. But my thing was, I want him to be okay. So he back in the day, they used to call it the kitty. Now I don't know about that, but they call it the kitty. That means the kitty means you got the you got the kitty. That means you sick with HIV or AIDS, stuff like that. They call it the kitty. So the thing is that I said I'm concerned with you. After calling me 1,000 names, I ignored it, and he got the kitty. He got the kitty, and when I tell you I cried, I was like, okay. He said, "What the fuck you cried?" I was like, "No, I can't believe this happened to you." He was like, "I can't believe, fuck you, bitch. You're stupid." I'm like, so I'm still a bitch. I'm cussed out and everything, stuff like that. And you called me out my name. Obviously, you done it 1,000 times. And I was like, so I'm on the phone, I'm crying. I was back to the crybaby. I would start crying. He's like, "Fuck you, bitch. Fuck your friends," or something. I said, "Well, you're going to leave the world soon." It's not funny. You're going to leave the world soon. So I talked to him, my best friend at the time. He was like, "Raven, don't worry about it." I said, "Well, my thing is, as much as I may have hated you and stuff like that, I didn't want you to die. You could do anything but die. Even though you try to fuck me up, but I didn't want you to die." Excuse me. So the thing is, my heart is broken. I'm like, oh, my heart is broken. I don't want you to die, but you still mean to me. But the thing is, like, I said, "Well, I mean it." But I have this problem with saying that people don't mean it. In reality, they did mean it. So the thing is, he actually, I know I'm stupid as hell. I know y'all say you's a dumb bitch. So I moved into an apartment in Jersey City. So I applied to get this job. I didn't apply job. I applied for this job in Jersey City. Oh God, job. I applied for this apartment in Jersey City. Now, the fact of the matter at that time, I looked more like Indian. Now, for some reason, I look like Puerto Rican. I don't know what's going on. When I walked in, they figured I was Indian. So they gave me the apartment on the spot. So they took me up to the 3 levels. When I tell you beautiful, and he was like, these Indians and stuff, they was like, so I walked up, there was one room here that's going to the place, there was another room here. It was like 5 rooms and stuff. But it was all into apartments. So I kind of changed it and made it into a room and stuff like that. But I didn't do that. When you walk into the back of the apartment, you go straight outside. So it was like a patio. It was beautiful. Now I know you may say you's a dumb bitch, Raven, but his family didn't want him living there because he had the kitty. So they didn't want him there. So it was my job to make sure he was okay. Now, even though he did this shit to me, I wanted to make sure he was okay. So what he did was, I moved into my apartment, and then we started fighting and stuff. That's when Mother came to see, because that was the time I was going to unalive him. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to take you out. So my mother came and got me, and I left. House full of furniture, my whole life was different, but I wanted to make sure, instead of me throwing him out, calling the cops, I made sure he was okay. Now, most people said, "Bitch, you stupid. Why don't you call out the cops? Everything was in your name. Why did you leave?" I said, "Because I was afraid he was going to keep coming back. So instead of me being afraid of him coming back, I just rather leave." So this man was so obsessed with me, he could find me anywhere. Now, I don't know if anybody went to this stalker shit, but it's real. This man could find me anywhere. I go, and he could find me. And when he finds me, there's going to be hell to pay. And I didn't want to be in a house where I didn't feel safe. So I moved back with my mother. And she was like, "I don't think you need to live with him no more. I think it's over." I said, "Well, I'm gonna stick with. So he lost the place because first of all, his name wasn't on the lease. He was supposed to be there. Then he decided to take the place apart. So he's taking a ceiling down. He's doing all this extra shit. I don't know what's his medicine and stuff. So when the Indians came in, it was like, well, where's Raven? He was like, the whole energy and stuff like, basically fuck that bitch. So I guess he got the contact with the squatters, right, and stuff like that, and they wanted him out. So they took him to court, got him out, and thrown out and stuff. Got thrown on the street, stuff like that. He had to end up going back to his mother's house. Now, I know you may say, you's a dumb bitch. So this been years, and I saw him. He had nowhere to live and stuff like that. But me as a person, I didn't want him on the streets. Now, I didn't love him. I didn't like him. But I didn't want him to be on the streets. Because once upon a time, he was my best friend. He lay at my back. So for me to put him on the streets, it bothered me. So it reminds you, I had a boyfriend at the time. So I moved into a house. It was a one family. I didn't know one family house could be rented out. And I got a house for rented out. So at my job, I was making a lot of money. So to go see the landlord and stuff like that, she said, well, I need to see a pay stub. I don't even think we would do pay stubs now. So she saw my pay stub. She said, okay, you can move in. I was making money. So I rented a whole house, stuff like that. My friend at the time had a bunch of dogs. So I didn't want to interfere with the dogs, stuff like that. A bunch of shit shoes. So I wanted things to be okay. So my ex said he had nowhere to live. Can he stay with me? I said, well, you have to ask my boyfriend, because if he says it's okay, it's okay. But other than that, I can't do it. So he went and talked to my ex-boyfriend. My ex-boyfriend looks like Tony Terry. And the light eyes and everything. So he asked my ex-boyfriend, so funny, two ex-boyfriends. So he asked him, can he stay with me? And my ex-boyfriend said, sure. Ex-boyfriend had a great heart. He was a beautiful person, but So the thing is, he said, sure. So my ex-boyfriend went to work and stuff like that, and both exes are in the house. Well, he wasn't my ex at the time, but the dark-skinned ex-person was in the house, and the light-skinned ex-person was in the house. But the light-skinned ex-person was totally different. So the light-skinned ex-person went to the dark-skinned ex-person and was thanking him for letting him live with us. So when my light-skinned ex-boyfriend go to work, the dark-skinned ex-boyfriend tried to have sex with me. I said, we not doing that. But he was like, what's the problem? I mean, you have full-blown AIDS and you trying to sleep with me and my boyfriend let you move in and stuff like that. He said, I don't understand what the problem is. So he grabs me, pushed me up. So, okay. So now we have to fight on the bed. So now we fight in the house. I said, well, I'm going to tell my boyfriend that you trying to have sex with me. You have full-blown AIDS. You trying to have sex with me. I believe he tried to have sex with me because he wanted me to go with him. He didn't want to leave me here alone. So I told my boyfriend about it. And my ex-boyfriend was giving him all kind of gifts, stuff like that, to make him lure into being his friend. So then when we got in the car, I told my ex-boyfriend what we was trying to do. So my ex-boyfriend is built, but he couldn't hurt a fly. He was so soft as a pillow. And I told my boyfriend this time, I was like, he's trying to have sex with me. I said, he's pushing me down on the bed. He said, he's trying to do what? I said, he's trying to have sex with me. He said, oh, he got to go. So he said, I can't believe you told your boyfriend. So he says, I can't believe you told that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I was like, okay. He wanted to fight me. So now you want to fight me. My ex-boyfriend's sitting there. My ex-boyfriend don't fight me. My ex-boyfriend looks strong as fuck, but he's like a pussy. But his life is different than mine. So my ex-boyfriend didn't come with the abuse that I received. If you've ever been abused before, trust me, it turns out a lot differently when somebody else hit you. And the thing is, I told my boyfriend, he's like, because we was in the car, we was about to fight and stuff, in the car and stuff. So I took him to his mother's house, and this is in Jersey. So I took him to his mother's house, and when I tell you the treatment he has been received, I closed my eyes to it because I couldn't believe that somebody could be treated that bad. Now you would say, well, bitch, how are they treating you? You's a stupid bitch. How are we treating you? But I didn't matter. I just want to make sure he was okay. So he'd be like, well, bitch, you stupid self. I didn't see it that bad. As a child growing up with a lot of abuse, you don't see things as bad as bad. So I dropped him off at his mother's house. My mother actually went there and what's that called? It decorate the whole place, stuff like that. And let me see. I'm working me, y'all. Hey, bottom. Louis. You right, you me, Louis. Well, the thing is, I'm trying so hard not to give up the names because if I give up the names, y'all be like, oh God. I'm trying to give up the names because we never know who's gonna see these videos, stuff like that. And I don't want to say anything that's going to make this become public. So I know it's a famous person. I already know who they are. And I don't want to say what I know. So the thing is, I took him to his mother's house. It's in Jersey. And my mother helped structure their apartment. They put an elevator in the house and stuff. Oh God, I'm trying to monitor what I'm saying. So he died. After he died, they threw him out. It's not funny. They threw him out. See, at a funeral, I don't know. He had a wife when I met him in a gay club. He was cheating on his wife with me. My mother's live. And his wife is beautiful. But him and I used to get in arguments about whose wife was the beautiful. Mine was beautiful, but his was beautiful. But for me, I feel like mine was way beautiful than his. But for him, he felt as though his wife was really beautiful. But my wife was fucking sickening. And we used to get into it because of that. He would say things like, oh, I want to be with her. He would fuck me like that because he knew I was really bonded with her. He would fuck with me because he knew that was my sore spot. But the weird thing about it is, he died. And when I tell you he died, like a dumbass, you know me, I'm a dumb bitch. I felt bad. But I didn't even know. I was at work. I was at work in Chi Chi's in New York City, standing in the line and by the bathroom, because that's where I worked at. And then a guy walked up to me. He said, you know he died, right? I was like, no. They said, yeah, he did. I love how they would say, yeah, he did. So I'm like, guess who told me? One of his, what's some things called? I guess poly people. He was fucking with him. So I had no idea what was going on. I wouldn't know because I was around him and stuff. And his friend said he's dead. I said, well, well, what happened? We already know what happened. So he died and stuff. And I felt bad for him and stuff. Well, so I found out and stuff. And it was weird. But I would continue to work because gotta make my money. You gotta keep him on the living. You may not like it, but you gotta pay these goddamn bills. So the thing is, he was dead. So life, life to me has been such a turmoil. I have seen so many people die. It is crazy. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, I could talk about dead people all day, all the bodies I've seen. It's crazy. I think with me, it's different because I don't know. As a two-spirit woman, I think I go through a lot, and I'm always trying to hold on to my mind before I go crazy. And I do feel as though something is trying to make me snap. You know, it's like, well, that'll make you snap. Let me try this. And that'll make you snap. Let me try that. And the thing is, the stuff that's been done to me, it's amazing. I'm still here. It's amazing. I could show y'all pictures of shit. Y'all be like, oh, damn, bitch. When I tell you dumb bitch to be a picture of me inside of it, it's to be a picture of me. The shit I went through, allow people to come back in, they do grimy shit to me and still show up is crazy. But the fact of the matter is that I have been taken through because my parents delivered me this type of way. So the energy I've gotten as a child, I made it become real with an adult, which means that I've been abused a lot. A lot of people have been abused, but I think a lot of people that's been through a lot of stuff, they just get tired. I mean, not tired, they just get quiet, and it is what it is. I've been through it. I think a lot of us have, and the one thing I want, which I'm never going to get, we know that. The one thing I wanted was just somebody to love me. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I had to accept that. Some girls get their life. It's not going to be a life for me. It's not going to happen for me. I understand it. I don't believe that that's my journey as far as the truth. But Raven falls down the line. And the reason why I say, in case y'all want to say, why do you always say that Raven falls? Because I do. Because no matter the reason why I say I fall down a lot, because no matter how many times I fall down and get my butt kicked, y'all watch me get right back up in. Like, what's this name? Donna McKirker, you get back up again. Y'all be like, bitch, you getting beat again. I get beat down mentally a lot. And I'm not going to say just me, because I've lost a lot of girls too. So it's not like a single thing. It's, we all go through it. Hey, Miss Daisy Bomb. Don't lose something. I'm trying, baby. You have a lot of good things to before. And the thing about it is, I appreciate all y'all, whether y'all know it or not, or appreciate. I do, because the thing about it, if y'all didn't stay in my corner for all my falls, I'd be alone. I'd be the kind of person saying, "Why bother?" I don't allow myself and stuff like that because I appreciate y'all. Y'all may not realize it, but I do, because y'all actually been my family, whether y'all like it or not. I can what you got, but it is what it. And I don't have to explain to y'all my falls because I fall a lot. I mean, I do get back up. Now, a lot of times I get back up beaten and bruised and mentally destroyed, but I still show up. I still show up. Am I positive? Sometimes I go through the several different things and avenues, stuff like that. Because the thing is, I want you to realize that you are different. And being different is a great thing. That means you are chosen. You're chosen for greatness. Now, we may not see it. Sometimes we get tired and annoyed and stuff like that because we just get sick of seeing so many dark things. And it's not a problem to leave dark things alone because we're human. And we also have to monitor watching certain things. So when I finally got this job, which is not making no money. So when I finally got this job and stuff, and they said one price, but when they got me there, they gave me a whole different, and but we all know how jobs are. They say one thing, when they get you there, like, bitch, I'm gonna give you this. Instead of getting lunch meat, instead of getting fried chicken, bitch, you're gonna get lunch meat. No, this is gonna be chicken flavor. So the thing is, jobs are known for flipping people and people stuff like that and tricking people, but still paying, making you pay. I mean, not making you getting paid less than normal, and also say, but push to make it work. And a lot of times, unfortunately, a lot of people, so many people have unalived themselves. A lot of people have unalived themselves. Please keep that in mind. So when you wake up the next day and still push through, there's somebody else that had the same struggles or even more stuff, but they didn't say that's enough. I'm out. So the fact of the matter is that you still push through, even in dark times or times you feel like it was enough, you can't do. You still woke up and pushed through. So give yourself a pat on the back because you still here because you pushed through. Everybody's gonna have that luxury because they said that's enough. That's enough. If one more thing happened to me, I'm out of here. Even though you were hurting so bad, like your body's already left you, you already hurt, but you still showed up. Now, should you have the war? Absolutely not. But you do show up. You may not like it. You may not like the fact that you was God's chosen one. That means that things gonna be different for you because you're chosen. The fact of the matter is that you're chosen means that you're an empath. That means you care about people even though they don't care about you. You care about people when they deceive you and stuff like that. But you also say, well, it's okay. It's the fact that you're an empath, that you're throwing everything on God's shoulders and saying, I need you to fix this. Because there's nothing wrong with talking to God and saying, well, I need you to fix it. And I realize that the Jehovah Witness or the Christian stuff like that, they are the enemy to a person like you. Keep in mind, because you are different. Just because they go to church don't mean they're right. Just because they go to church don't mean they're the savior. Just because they go to church, that don't mean they're the chosen one. As a two-spirit woman or a two-spirit man or a gay man, you are chosen. Now, what you decide to use with it is your decision. But the reason why you're here in the battle or putting down stuff like that, God put the battle in your back to make sure you stay strong for the conquest, the conquering the things that are against you. Remind you, a lot of things that's being said about you wasn't even written in the Bible about you. It's somebody that took the Bible and ripped the pages out and changed it and make it according to themselves. So keep in mind, you are here for a reason. Everybody's set in your life for a reason. You have to keep believing and keep your faith on the keep your hands on the light. And even though you may not like it, but you're chosen. That means when you're chosen, you're being watched. You're being monitored. And when it comes to overwhelming, just talk to the man. I need your help. I need your help. I need you to pull me out of this. I need you to show me something different. I need help. Because you're chosen. Now, you may not like it, and you may not like the outcome, but trust me, it's going to change. Because a lot of times we want them, problem solved. I get it. We're human. We're tired. I watch so many young spirits coming through the door, and I tell people all the time, you are two spirits. Don't go by the name you want to use as that name they gave you. Because if it's a two-spirit person, that means you're male and female. So by you not having the person you want, That's when the male part comes in and say, I got you. When you can't find the person you want, there's a female person that comes inside you. I got you. We all here. We just wait for you to catch on. We're here. So you're like, I'm lonely. I can't find. They're already here. You're already there. So just have to talk to that person inside of you. They're already stable. They're already stable inside of your body, in your soul, and your spirit. So you don't have to look anywhere for them. They're inside of you. They are your beginning, the middle, and the end. You just have to talk to them and have them channel different ideals and stuff like that and push you forward as being who you are. You can't make your decision how God presented you or made you who you are. But when we think about you are, you're built strong. You like I can't handle. No, you can. You may not like it, but trust me, you knock down a lot of walls. You knock down a lot of walls. Even days you thought this was it, you knocked down a lot of walls. Even though days where people feel as though you had enough, you knocked down a lot of walls. Even people that's given up and stuff, you open the door and help them anyway, and they betrayed you. You knocked down a lot of walls. Everybody can't do what you do. You're different. You different. Now you may not like it the way you get treated in the end, but trust me, there will be a victory. No, as and that's there is. That's it. Yeah, the thing is, you said, okay, I hope no, as the MTF spirits, I'll just identify as a woman. No, but the thing about it is, you mean, you have to realize, now you may not like it. You may not like it. But one can't exist without the other one. Now, whether it's been twisted around, stuff like that, within the world, if the other one wasn't there, how do you exist? It's two. So how do you exist? You just can't be one. Now, if you're biological, just like that, that's fine. But even then, there's still two spirits. And you watch one come out with another. They still existed. Whether you would say no and stuff like that, that's fine. Because I have to understand one thing in life, even though you present it to someone, doesn't mean they have to accept it because you're saying it. Sometimes people need time for it to sink in. So when it sinks in, you're like, oh, now I get it. Because you're human. We're not perfect people. We fall, well, obviously me, I fall down a lot. But the thing is, there are two spirits in the world. There's Alpha, I'm gonna say Alpha Mega. There's female and there's male. And there are two spirits within your body. You accept them both. You have to accept them both because one can't exist without the other one. But when you love yourself so much, you be like, you know what? I'm good. Because it's not that much of a conversation piece. It's not that much of a piece where you need to channel something about your star. But a lot of times I'll say this. Now I'm not always accurate. I'm not always true. But I always try to talk to you through the spirit. You have to keep in mind, one can't exist without the one. Now there may be a purpose that sometimes, but I tell you this: you could be femme, but when that femme person get tired, and then that masculine person comes, and they're being beat up by being femme, that's when the masculine person shows and say, "Oh, I got you, I got this." So the masculine person inside of you gonna say, "I got this one. Don't worry about it." But the femme person like, "Oh no, I'm okay." He says, "No, no, no, we're not doing it. Come over here. I got you." Well, so when that part comes up, they got your back. Now you may not like how you present it, you may not like how you're born, and that's fine. But when something goes down and you have to protect yourself, he shows up. He shows up. Not saying that a woman can't do the same thing, but sometimes women are more compassionate and care so much. But when he says no, he shows up. But it is what it is. Anyway. Anyway, exactly, Louis. Yeah, the thing is, we have to find some strength from somewhere. I mean, we're not perfect people. I mean, y'all know I'm not. Because you'll be like, Raven falls down a lot. I sure do. Not ashamed of it. I falls down a lot. I end up in a nut house. So, my God. I'm like, my life is a page turning. Like, I'm like, am I really in the nut house? And I'm watching women run around the hospital, titties hanging out. I'm like, oh my God. When I tell you I think about my life, I'm like, what page is this? And so I'm in a nut house. I think that's called a psychiatric ward. So I'm in the psychiatric ward. And then there's this girl in there. And I'm watching her. And you know it's always a short one. So I'm watching her and she wanted to talk to me. I'm used to that. So people like to talk to me. I get it. So she asked me questions. Okay. And I'm sleeping. She starts pulling on my covers. Now, what are we doing here? What are we doing? So she's short. Crazy as a box of rocks. And I linger to crazy people, which I get it. And I'm watching women run around the hospital naked. I'm watching this African woman lay on the floor and she's like, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And I watched this other guy. He was like fighting back. He said, let me out of here. Boom. They snapped him on the thing. And remind you, we're in cages and they're watching him. So I'm like, I've been so exhausted with life that I just watch. And I'm in the hospital, wrongfully diagnosed. I said I need to talk to a doctor because I'm full of myself. And they said, bitch, you crazy. So they put me inside of a room. I'm dumb as hell to it. And well, one thing I realized is that no matter what they did to me, I still showed up. And by me having trust issues, I'm inside the room in the hospital. They just walk in the room. And they're like, Raven? Yes. And you speak Spanish? ¿Cómo estás, bonita? No comprende. I was, oh my God. So I'm like, they said, did you eat today? I said, what do y'all have? They said, oh, you're a greedy bitch. But I'm like, but the thing is, how do you go to the hospital and lose weight? I was eating my face was fat free. I was like, oh my God, y'all give me food. And come to find out the guy that kept me was a twin. So they said, we want you to join in different activities. It's not funny. Raven, we want you to join in different activities as far as getting out of here, out the nut house. I said, sure. You know, I'm joining. This gonna be some good shit for YouTube. Goddamn nut house. Raven's in the nut house. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it. So I'm in the nut house And I told Liz, I said, is this the nut house? She says, it's not what it's called. I was like, oh boy. When somebody turning this channel, when I'm dead, they be like, well, bitch, you went through some shit. So I'm in the nut house, and they were showing different people. It's funny. It's not really funny, but forgive me. I think it's funny, but it's not funny. Um, so I'm old as fuck. I'm dried beans and stuff. So there were other people, different units, stuff like that, coming out from another house and stuff. And then there was a man. I smell some smelly balls and some piss and some underwear. Somebody's a man in here. When I tell this man came in, but it was young as fuck. I keep forgetting I'm old as fucking hell. So I'm looking at him. He's like, "How you doing?" I said, So I said, "You should be a model." He said, "You think so?" He was a black man with dreadlocks and stuff. And I was like, keep in mind, you's an old bitch. Don't be messing with the youngins. And I was like, ah. So this Spanish lady was there. She said, "Oh, Raven, how do you?" She says, "My family does this whole cookie thing." I said, "Okay." She said, "You a Spanish?" I said, "No. I'm from Negro country, the black damn niggers, the booty scratch." She said, "Oh, you black." I said, "Negro." I said, sí, bonito. Sí, bonita. So they said, "We want you to do things as far as, you know, we wanted to do things as far as participating in getting out of here." I said, "Okay, sure. I'm gonna teach. We want you to play Uno." I said, "What the fuck is Uno?" "It's a card game." I said, "Okay." I said, "I'll play this. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here." So I'm playing Uno. So you have to do. Okay. I'm not gonna remember this shit because my brain is leaving me as we speak. So a lot of shit happened to me. I'm everything else. My brain is gonna be gone. So there was a girl there. This girl was so fucking beautiful. She was, when I tell you, she was like this tall. I was like, oh my God, she is beautiful. So keep in mind, Raven, do not hit on this woman. Just because she's beautiful. I mean, the girl was beautiful. She's young. And we realized a lot of girls are tall. I was like, she's beautiful. She stayed up underneath me. I said, how tall is your man? She said 5'6". So another lady said, Raven, you are beautiful. Look at your eyelashes. I said, oh my God. She's digging. Stop digging. She's like over my face. I'm like, oh my God. She's digging. She's going to find something. She's like, oh, hell no, you're in the wrong unit. I was like, oh my God, here we are. She's all in my face. Other lady's like, oh, your body's beautiful. So I went to the room as far as check me out to make sure I have no weapons and stuff. She said, I need you to take your titties and hold your arms up. So this, I'm like, oh my God. So my arms up in the air. She's looking at my titty. She says, is that a birthmark? I said, oh God. Bitch, you're supposed to be looking for weapons. You looking at titties. So she said, I need you to turn around. And she goes behind me and she picks my panties and pull them. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get busted. But she said, is that a Kotex? I said, yes. I'm having my period. Oh, that'll hold me. She said, oh, so you dig into my panties? And so she takes her hand, stick in my panties and pull it. And nothing came out because, mother had to live. So I'm like, these two African ladies are coming in, they look at my body and stuff like that, to check me out. I'm naked, but I still got my panties on. I always feel as though if you open my panties, there's all the truth. But the African ladies didn't catch on to me. They didn't catch on to me downstairs, didn't catch on me. And the thing is that I'm in the hospital. And remind you, it's funny as hell, but I was like, I guess because so many bad things have happened to me that I'm not really surprised. But I am surprised that I realized something, that I'm passable. I never thought that. And the fact of the matter is that they're like, bitch, you had no makeup on you. What? So I'm like, I never saw myself as that, but yes, it is. You mean, how about you? The bill itself, the bill itself, and I'm inside the nut house, and they said, well, Raven, how would you like to do color bus? I said, color bus? What the hell is this? I said, sure. I'll color shit. They said, okay. So she says, well, how do you feel about doing art? I said, sure. Never mind. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, so now y'all making fun of me because now I'm in a retard. I don't want to call anybody retarded, but I'm like, you got me doing color books. I'm fucking 99 years old and I'm doing color books. She says, well, look, how is it? It's very beautiful, Ray. I said, Lord have mercy. Now I treat you like a retard. I was like, oh my God, I'm so surprised how beautiful this artwork is. I was like, oh, fuck it, bitch, go along with it. So you can get out of there. And she said, you're going to get a caseworker and stuff like that. So I was like, well, maybe they're going to help me with my rent and stuff like that. So I want to get a caseworker. When I tell you, I went to see the caseworker, she said, you can go now. I said, well, don't you want information as far as my apartment? All I heard was, move, bitch, get out the way. I was like, oh my God. Y'all throw me out. Y'all ain't gonna help me. Nope. We not helping you, a goddamn nigger. I was like, oh my God. I'm being put out of places thing. They're like, you a goddamn nigger. Okay. I should be used to abuse. That's the story of your life. So, okay. So, when it comes time to let me out, she said, well, let me walk you out. Sure. Y'all think I want to sue something? So, she was like, well, we need you to see these doctors. And I went to see, when I tell you I got the wrong prescription, they gave me, and they kept giving me stuff for high blood pressure. And they gave me some pills that I couldn't even pee. So you feel as though if people gave you wrong prescriptions, they will be able to contact you. Nope. Nope. I got the wrong prescription. I couldn't pee. My body was acting different. I could pee, but it would never come out. It was like a stopper, stop my peeing coming out. I was like, oh my God. So now as a black person, first you think, oh, y'all trying to kill me. So they contacted me after releasing me from prison. And then I said, well, I'm upset with y'all because I shouldn't be going through it. So she was like, the fuck you, bitch, basically left me alone. So I never got a chance to see a psychiatrist. I never got a chance to, it just left me alone. They said they set something up so you can come to these stuff like this. They left me alone. So you should be contacting me as far as treatment. So nope. Nope. So I was like, all right. Okay. And the funny thing is, which is never funny, there was a girl there that reminds me of, what's her name? Black China. She got her body done. So I'm like, okay. So me being in a unit with white people popped up. So the white people said, was one white guy, he was like really crazy. So there's like, you want another sandwich? He says, no, I want a sandwich. So I went after him. I said, don't you put your hands on her and stuff like that. And remind you, there were guys there. Nobody did defend her. But me as a dumbass, I defended her. But they didn't care. And I told the main office, I said, you know this woman was hit in the face with a sandwich. It's not funny. I was like, this woman was hit in the face with a sandwich. They said, "Oh, we didn't know." I said, "Yeah." They like, "Raven, don't fight him." I was like, "Yo, this is grimy as hell." Did I try to defend her? Yes, like a dumbass. And I learned a lot of girls like me, we defend the wrong goddamn people. They be from hell. We trying to look out for somebody else that don't give a fuck about us. I listened to another story about this girl. She was going through the same thing. She had the girl's back. And the girl was all in this cisgender shit, bullshit. And the fucking two-spirit woman had her back to make sure she was okay. And the same breath, that fucking bitch backstabbed her. What you drinking? I'm drinking. Hey Nova, what's up, mom? I'm drinking wine and Pepsi. I miss. Where's my baby sister? Well, you mean I know she's there, and Miss S Child. That's my baby. Where's my baby, Miss Moore? I love you, Miss Moore. I love you too, Miss Daisy Bomb, my baby sisters. I know y'all like, bitch, you old as fuck. I know, I can't help it. I'm sorry. I love my baby sisters. I love you all, Miss Daisy Blonde, my baby, Miss Moore, definitely my baby, Miss S Child. That's my boo. And the thing is that, you know, unfortunately, y'all get the chance to watch me go through life. I wish that I could change the conversation. I wish I could change it so it's more positive. I figure, voila. You're like, well, bitch, you getting your ass kicked. But I appreciate y'all. I honestly do. Hey, Cutter, what's up, boo? Usher, can y'all give me some easier names? Y'all give me these hard names. You know I'm blind as a bitch. Yeah, I'm like, bitch, you like Red Fox. Oh, shit. Okay. The reason why I asked y'all as moderators is because in my mind, I want to feel like I have family. Now, y'all be like, bitch, you delusional. But I feel like if I have family, um, you know, I know you like bitch shit by nature, man. And I get that. Hey, chef, what's up, big eagle? You know, I'm blind as a bitch. I try to get to you because, you know, okay. Anyway, I don't know what even made me bring this shit up. Let me see. How long I'm. Oh, I've been there for 2 hours. But you know what about me? My head is big as hell. I want to be a basketball wife, but the Lord gave me the basketball head to know that's enough. Just have the basketball head. You're not gonna be a basketball. I think basketball wives is last episode and stuff. My head is big as hell. When the wind blows, oh, let me stop. My head is like pop the balloon, pop, 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 pop balloon. Let me stop. I'm like a retard. I don't gotta stand there because that's not anyway. You don't want to say nothing to offend anybody because you know. I also found out something about AI. Anyway, where I work at now, I walk so much. I've lost so much weight. When I put my pants on, my shit is like really. I gotta tell you something. But you know what I realized? A lot of people want tall girls to wear tight fitting clothes. Not me. But as I've gotten older, I've changed a little bit. Anyway, I love you all and thank you for never leaving me. You like, I'm just a part of falling down. I don't want to fall down. I want to have a channel where you like, bitch, we saw you at the lowest. But unfortunately, I don't get the chance to say, I mean, something to my highest as chef and Miss Moore, Miss Daisy, Miss Esha, Chef, and Evelina. I'm trying to use my memory. Oh, but you're trying to use your brain. That's a struggle for me. And you know, so I contact my landlord. I said, "You started me a late fee. Haven't even started the month yet. You started off on the late fee." But I'm not gonna say too much about that because I know God is gonna fix it. I applied for another job and um, anyway, as y'all see, Raven is still off. Well, I should be working, but they cut me the days off, so I won't be working tomorrow. I'll be home again. I'm still not working. They don't have me on the list. So this rotating shift sucks. But anyway, make sure you protect your spirit. Make sure you don't watch everything because there's a lot of dark stuff on the web and stuff like that. And make sure you let things go. Don't be a crybaby like me crying over shit knowing damn well ain't nothing you could do about it. So protect your spirit and stuff like that. And, you know, right, you mean Trump signed executive order to open back up more mental. Yeah. Hey, Raven, just grab it. Like, I don't know. I tell y'all the truth. I just wish, how you wish something good, like I want to share stuff with y'all. I be like, look, this is where I live now. And you're like, bitch, yo, you moved out the dump. But I be low key, I'm not gonna lie, I be jealous and shit. People be like, look up my apartment. You like, damn. I want to say, look at my apartment. You be like, what happened? Excuse me. For a person that's been blocking for years, I feel as though my reward should be totally different than I have. Even you as child, hopefully you're getting your monetary value as far as um AdSense ad what it is. Because I know you've been doing it for years as well. And everybody else. Everybody check out January Flowers. She has this new book she did as far as children book. So check out January Flowers. Also, I hope Aaliyah is okay. Haven't heard from Aaliyah in a long time. And Miss Daisy Blonde, love you, Mama. I appreciate you 1,000 times over. And who else? I'm thinking Miss Evelina, Miss Moore. You know, Eagle, Oak Black. I'm trying to call your names. I'm struggling here. Anyway, I love you all, and I appreciate the fact that you show up for me, and I appreciate the fact that you show up at all in my darkest times. And hopefully, one day it's gonna be totally different. I promise you. Have a blessed day.